Hello viewers, and welcome back to the card mat. This is a very nice one, this, by Frank Garcia. It's called 1 and 6, and it's a very old one. It's going back to the old currency we used to have in this country, in England, before decimalisation took place. And 1 and 6 was a money term for amount of money, basically a price. And so it's called 1 and 6. You'll find out why when you watch the tutorial in a bit. Anyway, on with the trick. What I need is a card selecting for me, right? So what I'll do is I'll riffle the pack and I'll stop, cut them over. And what I'll do is I'll go through, and what I'll do is I'll take the first face down card to be mine. And I did cut a lot of cards there, didn't I? There we go. First face down card, that's going to be my card. Right, now we're not going to have a look at that, because what you're going to do now is the same thing, but you're going to find 3 cards, and hopefully your 3 cards will match mine and tell us what mine is. So again, I'll just riffle the pack and you say stop whenever, and you're saying there, a bit more, there, okay. So we'll turn them over, and again we'll go through till we find the first 3 face down cards. Right, so we'll take that one, and that one. Right, so now you've picked 3 random cards out of the pack, randomly, and I got a card out of the pack, randomly. Now as I say, the idea is for you to get your 3 cards to match mine. So let's see. You got a king of diamonds, so you're edging your bets there, mine was a king. You got the king of clubs, well, 2 to 1 now, in favour of mine's a king. Oh, you got the 3rd one. So you got the 3 kings, so you got the king of diamonds, you got the king of clubs, and you got the king of hearts, right? So you got 3 kings. Must mean then that mine has got to be the king of spades, hasn't he? Well, not quite, it's the ace of spades. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Ace of spades, 3 kings. I'll tell you what, let's see if we can rectify this. If you just take the ace and cover it up with another card, give it a rub and a tap, hopefully it's magically changed into the last king. So now we've got the 3 kings down there, and we've got another king up here, which is really good. Means you've actually found the right cards, doesn't it? Yeah, right. So let's see. From there though, bit of magic, pixie dust if you like, just sprinkled over the top. When we find something happens to the kings, that they turn into the aces, which would have matched my ace if I would have left my ace as an ace, but I've done the, it's a king, isn't it? Well, that's no good. Well, let's see, if I just pick it up and just give it a little rub on the top of all the 3 aces, we just find that they actually turn it back into the ace of spades. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to know how that's done, stay where you are. The tutorial's next. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and you stuck around to see the tutorial on it. There is a setup, obviously. Couldn't have done a trick like that without one. And your setup is your ace of spades with the other 3 aces on the top. I like mixing them up so there's red, black all the way through. It doesn't have to be, but I just do that anyway. You need a random card which goes on the top of them. Then you put your king of spades face down, followed by the other 3 kings. Again, any order, doesn't matter. So that's your setup. Ace of spades, then the other 3 aces, and then different card, king of spades, and then the other 3 kings, but they're facing down. And that's why it's called a 1 and 6. Because there's, you all have to remember really is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The ace of spades, king of spades, 1 and 6. Anyway, you have that together with the aces facing up on the top of the pack. Then you say that you need a card selecting for yourself. So what you do is you riffle from the bottom, because if you riffle from the top, you'll see the aces. So what you do is you riffle from the bottom and stop before you get to them. Turn the pack over onto the top, and then you're just thumbing off cards and putting them face down until you get to the first face down card, which is naturally going to be what was on the top of the pile anyway. And you put that down there for, say that they can't see it, no one's to know what it is. And you put the pack in your hand onto the ones on the table, and you do the exact same thing. You riffle down the pack, you stop, you turn them over. You take a couple of cards off, put them face down, a couple more cards, face down, a couple more cards, face down, till you get to the first face down cards. Then you're dealing 3 of them down, and again you're putting that pack on the top of there. Don't spread like I just did then. Put that onto the top of that pack. Now when you're talking about them, their 3 cards trying to match your cards, all you're doing is getting a break underneath the 5th card. So underneath the last ace, and because the being back to back, you do get the natural break, so you can just catch it dead quick and easy into a pinky break. If you can't do that, remember what one it is and put a crimp on it. Might help you. So you get a break underneath them 5 cards as you're turning these over to show that they've actually got 3 kings, saying that you must have the last one, the king of spades. Then you pick them up in any order you want to, but put the first one flush on top of that little stack you've got, then put the other 2 on. You close them up, and then you turn everything from the break over. Then you deal down what they think is the 3 kings, but it's actually the 3 aces. Then you need to get a break underneath the top 2 cards, the indifferent one and the king of spades. So you're just getting a break underneath them, and you say, well, you had the kings, unfortunately mine was an ace. You put that on the top of the pack, and then you pick up them 3 cards, thumb off the ace so it's out jogged in the pack, and put the other 2 flush on the bottom. And you're just pushing the ace in, a tap, a click, whatever, and you just slide the top cards down to reveal a king. Turn the indifferent one over so people don't think it's the ace. Indicate that king and indicate that you had 3 other kings there. Then just turn it over and just lose that somewhere into the middle of the pack. Then you just do a double lift to turn the king and the ace over, and you're dealing the ace back down again. Now if you want to, you can get a break underneath the top 4 cards, so underneath the 4 kings, and do a Bowie reversal. So you just cut off half the bottom, put it onto the top of them, cut off everything underneath them and put that to the bottom, and that effectively puts your kings to the middle, facing the wrong way. Then you say you're going to do a little bit more magic, so you do whatever you want to do, whatever magical move, pixie dust, and you turn them over to show that they're now 3 aces. And you say, no, they would have matched your one, but you just changed yours into a king. And you just pick it up, rub it over the 3 aces, and that turns into another ace. And that's how that one's done. It's not too hard, just a couple of breaks you got to try and get, a couple of cards down. As I say, if you're going to struggle with that, just use a little crimp in the card, just so it leaves a little gap for you to get your pinky in, no problem. Say hello.
Hello.
Granddaughter Stevie. It's always a nightmare when she gets around here. Anyway, yeah, and then once you've done that, because you've done a Bowie reversal, you can then spread through the pack and show 4 face down cards.
There's a packet of cookies downstairs.
Yeah.
Who put them there?
Your mummy.
Did you come round?
And you can show that the 4 kings were in the middle. Yeah, she come around while you were at the shop. I hope you enjoyed that anyway. I hope you can get the grasp of it. And we'll see you later, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.